Hello, welcome Solex Nation. It's Wednesday night, and in 2 days, we have an amazing incentive that is ending.
Yeah, we're the last few days of it. So if you haven't heard, if you enroll 2 or more with a qualified order, which is a bundle and a subscription, then you were actually qualified for a LiftOff bonus. You normally do in that scenario, but in this case, we're going to double it with this month's commission. So it ends on the 19th.
Yes.
So by midnight, if they aren't enrolled, it's over, but thanks for working really hard. But those that have earned it, and we're going to talk about a few people that have probably earned it.
Oh yeah, well, and it started January 1st.
Yeah.
So January 1st through the 19th. If you already have one person signed on, get another one. You get double lift off on both.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. The last time we've only done that one time, and it was one day, and it was at Day of Discovery, and people freaked out then.
It
was so fun, and this is even more fun when it's this long. Speaking of Day of Discovery,
it's coming up. We're recording right now. We're getting ready for the virtual Day of Discovery. It's packed, of course, as it always is. We're excited about it. But with that, we want you to start to plan, to get your plans together, to get together as groups, or if you can't get together as groups, just to make the commitment to be there that week of the Day of Discovery.
Yes, and it's a virtual event that is pre-recorded. So it opens up on March 6th, and we have it running for a full week.
Yeah.
And so you can watch it as you can. If it's, midnight and that's when you have an hour to yourself, then you can watch it then. If you have all day and you can just spend hours watching it, you can watch it any of those days. You get to choose, which is the beauty of it.
Yeah, I love that whole choose your own adventure too. Like if you want to skip parts, you can.
Yes.
If you want to see everything end to end, just kind of sequentially, you can. It doesn't matter. It's choose your own adventure, and we've seen everybody use every part of that.
Yes.
So,
now, there are a lot of new people that are here every week, and you're probably saying, what is Day of Discovery?
Yeah.
We're going to show you over the next few weeks a few tastes of our past Days of Discovery, virtual, and then we are going to show you in a couple of weeks what you have to look forward to on this March Day of Discovery. Let's take a look at some great clips from our past virtual Days of Discovery.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of the evolution of how the AO scan got to where it's at today.
We're going to live longer, we're going to be happier, and we're going to be healthier.
Them to get back into homeostasis, help them to make lifestyle changes that they need to do in order to work with these miasms.
red light therapy is just something we should all be adding to our regimen of health.
We have much greater control over everything else that happens in our body.
Even if you have only had one single experience with a scanner, be bold, be brave, and get out of your own way.
To get to that point in our soul, to where we're speaking our truths.
I think this Day of Discovery is going to be every bit as good as even those little segments that we just saw from the past. With that, though, in order to make the commitment, to make the engagement, actually, we will have a price increase starting on February 1st. So we're in the last couple of weeks to get it at a fantastic price. We're talking about hours and hours of content.
Yes.
Right now, it's $45. We will have that price increase take place on February 1st. So if you're thinking about it, if it's worth the time to you, if you've enjoyed some of what you've seen, or if you've enjoyed the past Day of Discoveries, now's the time to jump in.
That's right. And we have a lot of educators coming for this Day of Discovery, and there are a lot of new faces that you will really enjoy. So it's a wonderful training opportunity that is very low cost.
Yeah, I love that. No, we had a commission run last week, and what comes with a commission run that we promised this week was
rank
advancements. Yep.
Let's take a look.
I love that. We have bronze, silver, golds all on that list.
Yes.
One thing to note, though, is that not only did they take a commitment to build and to structure themselves over 3 months, but with our incentive trip this year, actually earning a rank advancement gives them credit towards that trip itself.
Yes, it is so, I don't want to say easy, but it is.
No.
It is
a nice, smooth ride
Yeah.
to earn the trip this year.
Yeah, it definitely is a layer. And for their sponsor, they get a benefit
That's
for
right.
them helping out. So everybody's getting involved, helping each other, growing their business if that's what they're here for. And I love that. So congratulations to all of you. Well done. Great, consistent effort.
That's right. Congratulations. Now, speaking of congratulations, let's talk about our top enrollers for this last week.
Yeah, this is the week of January 8th to 14th.
Yes, and we have a tie for second place. The first person in second place is Simmons Holistics, Inc.
And then we also have Jennifer Hickman. Congratulations, both of you. Well done. Just great, consistent, hard work.
Yes.
And for first place, no tie.
No tie for first place. This week we have Emma Kennedy.
Emma, congratulations. A Solix silver coin.
Yes,
to
coming
you.
your way. Let's talk about our contest from last week. We asked you to go onto our call last week and tell us, what do you do to create happiness?
Yeah, I love that. And we're going to give away a ring, right?
We are.
The
Yes, we're giving away a
Sybin
ring.
Black tourmaline ring. And
Yes.
we have a bunch of different colors.
You get to choose your color and your size. Do you want to go first?
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
go first. Mix this up. All right, let's talk about some happiness here. We all want to talk about happiness. Janina Castro, I think that's it. I have the tendency to be happy, and people frequently mention to me they like my smile. And sometimes that makes people recall someone they love. With my family, I am joking and being playful and saying funny things, and also if the situation is appropriate with my patients too. I love that.
I do too.
Awesome.
It makes me want to hang out with you.
And it's cool to have that rep, right? That people know you for being happy, for being fun, for being maybe the life of the party.
And contagious, right?
Yeah.
You're helping other people be happy. That's really cool.
A ring is coming to you.
Yes.
We'll just ask you for the ring size and what color you want.
Ooh, I just ripped it.
Oh, okay.
That's
This is
never
gonna be
happened
fun.
before. And you know what's really funny is I ripped it. Maybe I was a little too excited. This is Excited About Life DA. All right. Simply put, I am guaranteed to create happiness when I force myself, no matter how resistant I feel, to get dressed and go somewhere, anywhere. Drive by the lake, go to a thrift shop, get together with a friend, go outside and read scriptures and pray. Anything that gets me out of the confines of my house. So true.
Yeah.
We tell that to our teenage
Well,
daughter.
and it's the same thing, though. It's just choosing to, hey, look, I'm going to choose to be happy this way or that way.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, last one. Oh, and Excited for Life.
DA. I
DA.
think it's Deidre Ash.
I was
If
going to say,
that's
let us know who
not
you are.
right, then call us.
All right, Gina Spencer, 9294. I live in chronic pain every day, so learning how to look for the sunshine in my life has been difficult. I do find that going for a walk and listening to inner voice is key to starting my day out right. This gives me a set apart time to think about what I'm grateful for each day, and I look forward each day to do this little routine that I have. That is awesome. I love it. And then you know what? That's systemizing.
It is.
You just systemized your happiness, right?
You did. The
I think
happiness
that's so
is the
great.
result.
Yep.
I love that. Well, good job, everybody. We have a really good call today, so we're excited to welcome Jennifer Nelson Hawks, and then after Jen, we will hear from Stefanie Warner.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here with all of you tonight. We're going to be talking about alignment. Alignment in our spaces, alignment in our minds, and alignment in our hearts. But here's the twist. We're going to be adding the AO scan into that. And we're going to be looking to see how the AO scan actually guides us on the journey of alignment. But before we dive in, I want to share a quote with you that I find something that deeply inspires me. I heard it many years ago from a very dear friend. And every time I read it or think about it, I think about alignment. This is the beginning of a new day. You've been given this day to use as you will. You can waste it or you can use it for good. But what you do with today is very important because you are exchanging a day of your life for it. So when tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever. And in its place is something you have left behind. So let it be something good. That's from Heart So Wilson. You see, each and every day is such a special gift to every single one of us. And today, as we explore how to use this gift to align our lives for the better, I hope you find it as fascinating as I do. But let's start by understanding what alignment really is and what does it mean? It's not just about tidying up your space or eating healthily. Alignment is about creating harmony between your external actions and your internal world, our thoughts, our emotions, and our true selves. Think of it like a tuning fork. Each part of your life needs to be in tune with your current values and your goals. And when you're in alignment with these, your life just is going to flow more smoothly. I can tell you it does for me anyway. It's like you're moving with the current instead of against it. So as we understand the tool that we have in our hands, this amazing, powerful tool, the AO scan, we all know that this device uses principles of bioresonance. So bioresonance that reads the vibration patterns or frequencies of our body, and it creates a report for us to look at to be able to see where our body may need that extra support for balance and harmony. But what happens is most oftentimes when I am using the scanner on someone, the first thing they say to me is, "What's wrong with me?" And the truth is, nothing is wrong. This is not a tool to look for something wrong. This is a tool to look for alignment and balance and where the body may have kind of derailed itself a little bit, right? We have the 1s and 2s and we have the 8s and the 9s. So is there a part of the body that may not be emitting enough energy or frequency? And is there a part of the body that's emitting too much energy or frequency that doesn't create that true harmony and alignment within the body systems? Remember, we're not using this tool as a device to diagnose or to even highlight problems that are going on inside of us. Instead, we're using it as a map, a guide that helps us understand ourselves better. And what that does is helps us use this tool to align those actions accordingly. So let's say that you scan yourself and in your report pinpoints areas that may need a little bit more attention. So let's pretend here. Let's say your white blood count shows up. Maybe your lymphocytes show up as well. And then maybe there's some other areas of your immune system that are 1s or 2s or 8 or 9s. You see, the key here is to not think to yourself immediately, "Oh my gosh, I'm sick," right? The key here is to look at that and say, where does my body need more support? Perhaps my immune system needs more support. So does that mean that you need a little bit more sleep? Does that mean that maybe you've been pushing yourself and you're a little more stressed than you need to be? Does that mean that you need to create more nutritious meals for yourself? Perhaps you just need to slow down. Maybe you need to do something else. But when you get your report, I want you to ask yourself those questions. How can you nurture and support your body the most with what it's telling you? Because this is a way to communicate with your internal vibration patterns and internal body that you may not be able to otherwise. We have symptoms, right? Symptoms of a headache, symptoms of joint pain, symptoms of a bellyache, symptoms of insomnia. Those are all other clues that your body's giving you. So when you have these physical responses along with the vibrational responses coming up, you can start to put that puzzle together, right? So think about this as responding to yourself with care and not criticism all the time. I think we tend to jump to the criticism of who we are and what we are. It's about taking this information and using it to create as much harmony with ourselves as possible. So when we think about harmony outside of just our AO scan, I want you to think about places like a cluttered space. Maybe that's your office. Maybe that's your kitchen. Maybe that's your car. I know that I have times where I walk into my office and I have so much stuff everywhere. Maybe it's papers or sometimes I have pens everywhere. And when I tidy those things up and I put them where they're supposed to go, and I start my day with a decluttered space, I find myself in tune with my day, whether it's being creative for content, whether it's talking one-on-one with clients, or whether it's doing a podcast, or maybe it's just journaling and making notes. When my space is tidy, my brain is tidy, my emotions are tidy. Another one is thinking about even social media, right? We get on our phones and we scroll, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Threads or TikTok, and all of a sudden we have all this time that has gone by because we're literally we're confusing our minds, we're confusing our body. We have lost track of time. That is not creating alignment. And oftentimes what happens is that you come across someone's story and you start reading it or you start looking at it, and all of a sudden you start to not feel so great about yourself, or you start to compare yourself. I'm going to encourage you that if you open up your social media and you are following someone and they don't bring joy and alignment to your world, it's time to let that go. It's time to follow someone new that might. Maybe it's blogs, or maybe it's stories on nutrition. Maybe it's on movement. Maybe it's on someone that you idolize that makes you want to be a better version of yourself. That's what you need to look at when you're looking at social media. So declutter your social media. Another one may be the relationships that you surround yourself with. Are you finding yourself having tea or coffee or lunch or dinner with a friend that you sit down in front of and they just dump all their stuff on you? Or do you get to have those intelligent conversations that want to make you be a better person? You leave there feeling uplifted and joyful and can't wait to see them again. You know, perhaps it's those people that you come in contact and you give them a hug and you think to yourself, this just doesn't feel right. Well, those are the type of scenarios that you need to create some alignment with. Maybe these aren't people that you can just disregard out of your life, but finding things to help support you and create the harmony within you before you have to encounter them. Making sure that you're giving people a hug, the people you want to give a hug, create that oxytocin. Oxytocin is such a powerful neurotransmitter that creates such balance and love within us, our emotions, our mind, and of course, our physical body, because when we are aligned emotionally and physically, our body will follow suit. Those are just a couple of examples. So as we wrap up today, I want you to remember the powerful words of Hartzell Wilson. Each day is a trade. Each day of your life is an experience that you get to choose. So choose those, make those choices wisely and make them count towards the alignment that brings energy and light and love into your world, right? So let that resonate with your true self. So when you look in the mirror, the next time you look in the mirror, I want you to think about one thing that you love about yourself and one thing that you can do to support yourself to be more in harmony. Maybe that's taking a couple deep breaths. Maybe that's telling yourself that you're pretty darn awesome. Maybe that's looking at your scanner a different way. So when you see those things that pop up, you think to yourself, I am doing so awesome in some areas, and these other areas need a little support. How can I use the Steffi programs to support them? How can I use nutrition to support them? How can I use people around me to support them? When you start making these small steps to align, you're going to find that things are going to open up for you, and you're going to fall into a space of maybe it's more alignment with the goals and your true values that you have. So I hope this video was exciting for all of you as much as it is for me, because I love alignment. I love making sure that I am in alignment with my true self, because it brings so much goodness to my life. Remember, you have the power to create harmony in your life. So until next time, I want you to take care and keep aligning.
So one of the reasons I love the AO scan and wanted to start working with it is because of that emotional aspect. And the inner voice was so intriguing to me as an emotion code practitioner because I was helping people with very specific emotions and releasing them in their sessions. And I noticed that when I would do an inner voice scan, those exact emotions would come up, and then we were able to work on them and help them clear them. But one of the things that I loved about the inner voice especially is that I could have a tool that could support my clients in between our sessions. I was always getting messages of, can you clear something for me? Hey, can you do a quick session for me? And I didn't always have the time to do that. And so with Inner Voice, I could help them to feel supported and empowered by sending them the music that they needed so that they could listen to it in between our sessions. And I found that that made a really big difference. It helped them to feel more peaceful and calm and less anxious in between sessions. And that was really the tipping point for me with the technology, with why I wanted to use it. And of course, then I fell in love with all of the other aspects of it. But Inner Voice for me really can stand on its own. And I know that there's a lot of practitioners out there who maybe feel, oh my goodness, there's so much to the AO scan. Where do I even begin? And I always encourage everyone, start with the inner voice and go from there. Because on our team, we are hearing amazing testimonials of transformations that people are experiencing just from using Inner Voice alone. We have a program that we encourage our practitioners to do with their clients where their clients will listen to Inner Voice for 21 days in a row and get new files every single day for 21 days and then give us their feedback, how they're feeling. And the testimonials that we received were just amazing beyond what we even imagined. We had a father of a child with autism who is nonverbal, and that child spoke for the first time. We had an individual who suffered from chronic panic attacks, and after that 21 days, they felt more in control of their emotions and anxiety, and just by listening to the music, it shut off their panic attacks. We had another individual who just felt so much more freedom and clarity and peacefulness that they were able to not have to rely on other things and supplements. They could just listen to music and take it with them anywhere. So if you are brand new to this and you're wondering where to start or how to introduce AO Scan to anyone, start with Inner Voice. And that is a great entrance and a great path to get people on with introducing them to frequencies, to understanding that emotions are at the root of all disease and illness. And sometimes people just need that first little wake-up call and to see that report and to listen to that music and see how they feel, to open them up to the possibilities of what frequencies are capable of and how they might benefit from them.
Kai, this was another good call.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? I love the information that we get on these calls. We hope you do too. And speaking of great information, Day of Discovery virtual
is coming.
It's right on the doorstep. We're filming right now for the Day of Discovery. Showed a video earlier on in this call. I think we should do something around, Day of Discovery to close things out.
I think that's a great one. In fact, Kai, why don't we ask them to let us know if there was one thing that they could get answers on, to let us know what that would be.
I love that. So comment on this call, not on the live part, but on the regular commenting after the call ends. Comment, what is one thing that you would love to hear about at this virtual Day of Discovery? Since we're filming right now, maybe Shelby can work in some magic and adjustments. And then of course, we should give away to 3 people.
3 passes.
Yep. Okay. And with those, each one of those passes not only gets you the ticket into the event, the virtual event, of course, but you also get the coveted 20% off coupon.
Oh, I love that.
And if you already have your pass and you get drawn next week, well, we'll just refund your money. How about that?
I love that one.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So comment on the call. One thing you'd love to hear at this next day of discovery.
See you soon.
Something in the past.
Yeah, that works. Something in the past.
But let's take a look at some clips at some of our last days of Discovery Virtual.
These are the story. Okay.
So you want me to start or you
No,
start?
I don't care. Do you want to start?
I'll start.
Okay, you start.